Hi guys, this is Cindy with Pups and Crochet. And I am here to tell you about another movie I watched to celebrate Neva at Manic Mama Musings, because by the time the 100 days are over, it will be her Podiversary. So we have to say happy Podiversary to Neva. And I hope that you checked out Yarn Nut and seen that, because I told you guys in the first video that I started taping today about that. And I also wanted to tell you I won another prize from Toomey. Let me see where the picture is. Where is it? I don't know if you can see it. It's right there, but you can't see it. But it's a dragon, and it's a diamond painting dragon, and it's got all different like stained glass. See where the diamonds go? All stained glass. I won another prize. Woohoo! Yes! I was so excited. All right, so this movie I'm telling you about today this is a series of movies called After Dark, and each one has a different name. So this one that I watched is After Dark, The Task. Now there's a couple more that I want to check out because they look really good, so we're going to see how that goes. But this was my square for that one. I did this peachy pink color, and it's jail. It's jail. It's prison, like what I was put in. I was put in messenger prison for sending out too many Toomey helps. Hey, you're gonna play, you're gonna pay, right? So that's what I did. But I'm finally out of jail, so I can message again. I couldn't message before because it said you can't. You are locked out. Well, actually, I'm locked up because they put me in messenger jail. Whatever. But this one is called The Task. Now, what it is they are going through, and these people are walking down the street. These vans come by. They grab the people, put hoods on them, and throw them in the car, in the truck. Take off with them. So when they take the hoods off, after they do this so many times, they're standing in a field. The people take the hoods off, and now they're all hooked together. They're handcuffed together, like the one in the middle is handcuffed to the other guy, and they go on two lines, right, of people. And they said, "Man, what did you do this for?" And they said, "Surprise, you guys got invited to do our show." And it was supposed to be some kind of like game show they do, but this is how they got the contestants, so they couldn't tell their friends they were going to be on it. It was a surprise. So they took them and they told them, "Now, for your task to be on our show, you have to go into that prison right there. That's been abandoned for years, but is supposedly still haunted by the inmates." And they're all looking around, and they're like, "You guys just grabbed us, threw heads on our heads, and threw us in a van, handcuffed us, and then tell us we're on a game show? Don't know if I want to do this." And they said, "Well, if you survive through the whole game without losing, you will get $10,000 apiece." So they're like, $10,000? All right, I'll do it. So they all did it. They get put into the prison. And now they got the prison wired up with cameras and this and that, and they got everything going on. And sorry. And then they have to find the handcuff key. Now, the one girl is like a brainiac, so she remembers everything. So the guy's giving them like 20 different directions on how to get to the the chief of the prison, not the prison guard, you know what I'm talking about, the guy that runs the prison. Anyway, so they got to get to his office because the key's hidden in there. And then they can all start breaking up into teams, and they do different tasks and this and that and this and that. So the Brainiac girl had remembered all of the directions. So she said, we got to go left, we got to go right, through the second door, down the hall, go right, 2 more doors, that's it. So she remembered it all, got them to it. They hunted the room, they found the key, got everybody undone. Now, that was their central hub, where they had to be. So there was microphones set up so that and monitors so that they could see their teams. But they didn't know that they were being filmed. Okay, they didn't know there was cameras until after they got into it, and then they started seeing cameras up there saying, they're filming us as we're doing this, blah, blah, blah. Well, how else you can do a game show? You gotta film them, right? Duh. And so anyway, so they start breaking up, and then it tells them on the computer they each had a name or a color for their group. So like, oh no, they had a tarot card. Sorry, got that wrong. No, not a tarot card, a chess piece. So whoever had the same chess piece, they were in the groups. So there's like pawns, kings, queens, you know, that's the only ones I know of. And so anyway, so they say, okay, the queen goes first. So the 2 that had the queen pieces had to go together. And they would send them into this room. They had a task they had to do. And then they'd find their way back to the office. Then it would come on the screen who was next. And the next 2 would go. And then they would give them directions. Excuse me. They would give them directions like, 3 more doors down, you're going to hit a hallway, go down, and it's on the first door on the right. So they'd do that, and they'd go through there. And then they're like, well, there's no power in here, it's dark. Okay, well, it says, and they're reading the monitors, it says that if you look in the top drawer, feel your way to the desk, there's flashlights. So they do it, they get the flashlights. They finish their task. Well, then all of a sudden, this bald older guy, starts coming in to the picture. And then he'll disappear. Then he comes in. Then he disappears. And he's killing them. Like, not for game. He's killing them for real. And they're all like, oh, the guys that are watching these kids play the game, they're like, they're trying to trick us at central office. They sent in this guy. And they're like, no, this is not the guys we sent in. This is not the guy. That's not him. And then the girl looks up after she comes back and she had seen him. And he had got the other kid. She made it back to the office. She looks up at the office and there's a giant portrait of the guy. And she goes, that's who I saw. And they go, he's been dead for so many years. Well, they didn't say it was haunted just by prisoners. So, as they're going around, this guy starts showing up. And he's killing him off. And then they asked them what they were afraid of. Like the one girl said, I'm afraid of being alone. I'm afraid of small spaces. I'm afraid of the dark. I'm afraid of this. So they use that for each one of their games. Okay, and then this guy just randomly appears. And the girl's like, look, he's in this camera up here. Now he disappeared. Now he's in this camera. How did he do that? And she goes, come on, guys. What are you guys doing? And the guys are like, we didn't do it. We didn't do it. Well, the main guy that runs the whole thing had 5 different bald guys in the different rooms set up to scare them. So they thought they were just pulling him out of the room. And it turns out it wasn't. It was this guy. He really was there. And he started coming after all of them. the production crew, the other ball guys, all these guys. And they go back and forth and back and forth. And it was a good horror movie because it wasn't dirty, wasn't gross, like massively gross, but it was like just good spooks and scares. Makes you jump, you know. So that was good. So if you get a chance to watch it, it's After Dark series, and this one's called The Task. I'm going to watch a couple of the other ones to see how they come out because they looked pretty cool. I think there was one that I read that I didn't like, but the rest of them seemed like they were pretty cool. Sorry, I swallowed my tea wrong. Anyway, so that was that movie, and that was my square. And I will, and if you guys weren't there on the live with Gail, she picked her grand prize winner. So, and I did not write it down. I am so sorry. But if you go on Gail Southern Living, you can find out for sure the name of the winner. So she won prizes from everybody in the group, and I am going to be giving her mine today because, yes, I forgot. I wrote it down, and then I forgot to do it, and I thought I did, but I didn't, so I got to do it. Okay, I'm going to let you go. Hugs and puppy kisses, purrs if you need them, and please remember, adopt, don't shop. Love you guys, and I will see you in a little bit. Bye.